Hello there.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We're in the tournament. It's tournament time. Fun time to be a Fandom Fights player, Fandom Fights fan, because we are in for quite an elite tournament this year. And to kick it off, this is the second match in the singles tournament. We have a rematch. We have Jeremy Potters going up against Cameron Holzmann. It's technically a third rematch. As the two played each other in the first round of the tournament last year, there just happened to be a third Jacoby Bancroft in the mix last time they played, but they did play before that as well. Cameron came out on top in that one, but Jeremy's been having a killer year on quite a win streak. He just beat Nazario, and then he beat Cody. He's landed himself at the 7 seed. We haven't seen Cameron since he lost in the number one contender match for Act 1 to Robert Kastner. Both formidable players. I'm excited to see what they can do. Let's hear what they have to say in the promos.
We've done this twice already, but I guess we're gonna do this a third time. Last season I started my season by beating Jeremy, and then I lost to Kastner, and then I beat Jeremy, and I played some other matches. Then I lost to Kastner at the start of this season. So let's hope that the record continues of lose to Kastner, beat Jeremy, and then I just never play Kastner again.
Look, I have full faith in you for this match. I'm just a little bit confused as what's going on with the rankings in this tournament. I've got something to say about this in a later promo, but you should be much higher than this. This is ridiculous.
Okay, I'll take number 10. It doesn't matter. Yeah, thumbs up, camera. Let's do this.
Like the fuse.
Yeah, we have done this twice before. And yeah, he's beat me both times. Actually, I lost to two people last time. But even if I lose, I still have a winning record. I really do. It's fine. Yeah, you ready, man?
Let's do this.
Good luck, guys.
Back from the promos. Yes, they have done this many a times. Perhaps this time will be different. Perhaps it'll be the same. Can't be exactly the same because I wrote different questions for this one than the last one. So let's see how those questions play out with our players as we get into round number one. Round number one is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, I'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number one?
Do you want me to do a different one of the AI camera effects for every question in round one?
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Your first question comes in the category of DreamWorks animation. And your question is, how many legs do the trolls of the Funk Tribe typically have in Trolls World Tour? I forgot a water. I just instinctively was ready to reach for a water. Don't have one. We're going to power through. At least I'm not like running a marathon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jeremy. And Holtzmann.
I also said 4.
4 is correct. Point apiece as we move to the next question, which comes in the category of mixed bag. Which fandom actor has played a college professor, a king, and a hospital orderly? I should have said mixed bag. Could be anything, and in this case, it is a little bit of anything. There was one time I was asked a question like this in Melee, and the answer was Leonardo DiCaprio because of Catch Me If You Can, and they were like, "Who plays an FBI agent and an airline pilot?"
It
And
was not Melee, it was Classic, and I wrote that question.
oh shit, it was. It was. I was like, "It's all the same guy."
The first
5,
Classic I ever
4,
hosted.
3,
Repeat,
2.
please.
That was Jeremy's first repeat. The question again. Which fandom actor has played a college professor, a king, and a hospital orderly? Yeah, no, I remember that distinctly because I was like, I've seen Catch Me If You Can, and I think he's all those things in that. So if it's wrong, I'm gonna challenge it, but it was right. Oh,
Other people
wild.
got mad at me because they're like, well, he's not really any of those things. And I'm like,
Yes, he is.
he is.
He flew a
does
plane.
all
That makes
those
him a
jobs in
pilot.
the movie.
He flew a plane. He's a pilot. He passed the
Yeah,
lawyer
he
exam.
performs all the jobs.
Yes, I agree, Joe. I thought about it very carefully to make sure Leo DiCaprio wasn't an option. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Cameron
Lawrence Fishburne.
and Jeremy.
It's a Brad Dourif.
Lawrence Fishburne is the correct answer. The films being Ant-Man and the Wasp, the John Wick series, and Dream Warriors. But with that being said, we will move to the next question, which comes in the category of the worlds of DC. Who stops the Dark Trident from hitting Mera and instead is taken over by it at the end of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom? Silly. How do you lose a kingdom?
You forget to cherish it.
That's exactly. Gosh.
The movie's not good.
No, it's pretty bad, I would say.
It's not
It's pretty bad. I went in, it's fine.
It's not the worst of the worst for this
No,
category,
5,
but it's not.
4. I fully agree. 3,
a good way to go out.
1. Yes, with a whimper. We'll go to Cameron. Or yeah, whatever.
Orm.
Sure. And Jeremy.
Form.
Fuck that up. So yeah, that's correct. 3-2 as we go to the next question, which comes in the category of James Bond. Which Bond film opens with him surfing in the ocean to get to a location where he can replace a helicopter pilot? Yeah, we're gonna go to Cameron 3 times in a row now because I fucked up, but it's fine. It's gonna be normal. We're gonna pretend nothing happened. I surf. I actually do know how to surf. I took lessons. I can surf. I'm just not in the best shape. You need to be in good shape to surf, and I am not. I'm in a bad shape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Jeremy. All right, we're good. We'll go to Cameron
For your eyes only.
and Jeremy.
So tomorrow never dies.
Both unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Die Another Day as we bring in Joe.
Cam, I know you both missed it. There is a technicality we can challenge on here. You never replaces the pilot, you replaces the passenger. Mr. Van Beek, the diamond smuggler, is a
Joe,
is the passenger.
here's my thing is a replacement Bond question I'm probably not gonna hit. I'm cool if we both missed it.
Oh, that's fine. Obviously, you had a perfect round.
I'll hang on to the
Anything I'm-
challenge in case I actually need it later.
No challenge from us.
Okay. Sounds good. In that case, we'll move along as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of the Wizarding World. Who said the quote, "I'm not an owl" in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire? Joe's probably correct. But, here we are. That's life.
I'd assume he is, but like our replacement question's not gonna help me. It might help Jeremy.
It's fair. I also wonder, does someone else replace it? I think someone else replaces the pilot, which technically means he replaces the pilot, not with himself, but with someone else. I don't know. Technically, I'm glad we didn't have to have this conversation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jeremy
Hermione.
and Holzmann.
Hermione Granger.
Oh, hold it up, Holzmann. There we go. Okay. Hermione is correct. 4-3. Cameron in the lead. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of Disney animation. What is the name of the song that Pinocchio sings while performing for Stromboli in Pinocchio? I know the issue I would be having right now.
I think I know what it is.
Yep, that's part of the issue I'd be having.
Yep.
But we'll see. It's gonna be fun. We'll get answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I got a bad feeling about this. We'll start with Cameron.
It's either I or I've. I've put I've got no strings.
And Jeremy?
I knew which one it was, but I said no strings on me.
That's what I thought it was called, but it is called I've Got No Strings. So Cameron is correct. He will get the points in the lead 5-3. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of Star Trek. Which Star Trek film features an alien named Kalara who pretends to need help from the Enterprise? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called. I always thought it was called There Are No Strings on Me. And then I looked up the Pinocchio soundtrack and I was like, huh. Well, you know.
Got to bump that on the aux cord.
I think the version that a certain robot in another movie sings is called No Strings on Me. Because it's like his version, so I guess he called it something different, but like this one. 5, 4, 3.
Ultron did it better.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Jeremy, I think.
Nemesis?
And Holtzmann.
Star Trek Beyond.
Beyond is the correct answer. Cameron will widen the lead 6-3. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of creature features. Who voices the immortal businessman Max Winters in TMNT 2007? Also known as 2007's TMNT. And here's, ready for my Tim impression? This is one of those who voices the immortal businessman in TMNT questions. Ha ha ha, I'm Tim. I'm funny. Shut up, Tim. The bit's old.
And we just got a free repeat. So
The bit, yeah, that's what it is every time. And I'm like, you're helping him. Stop.
Nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's good.
5, 4,
he
3.
knows how to help us
2.
after we've both written around.
Pens down. We'll go to Cameron.
Patrick Stewart.
And Jeremy.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart is the correct answer. Point apiece as we move to the next question, the penultimate question, which comes in the category of horror icons. And your question is, in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, what sport are Jesse and Grady playing when they first get into a fight? To hold me down. To make me frown. Just checking something. Great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jeremy.
I said basketball.
And Holtzmann.
Volleyball.
Both, unfortunately, incorrect. We were looking for baseball. Probably would have accepted softball. There's gloves. There's bats. Who knows? But it's one of those two. So both incorrect as we move to the final question, which comes in the category of Star Wars. Which other member of the Rogue One team goes with Jyn and Cassian to locate the Death Star plans inside the tower on Scarif in Rogue One? You see a butt in that scene in the last question.
I remember the stuff that comes after that, where there's like murder in the gym shower of a.
Usually remember the murder part of these films, so when I don't ask about that part, it's kind of like, what? 5.
Spend a lot of time just going, how
3,
did character die.
1. Pens down. We'll go to Holtzmann
K2SO.
and Jeremy.
K2SO.
K2SO is correct for another clean sweep. And the end of round number 1, Cameron is in the lead 8 to Jeremy's 5. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2. Here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 Fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down to multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1. And be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. The categories on the wheel today are Disney Animation, Horror Icons, DreamWorks, YA, Criminal Underworld, Law and Order, DC, and American Spies. Cameron, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Jeremy?
I think I'll go second.
Cam, you know I'd normally advise, but look, you're an experienced player. I'll trust your judgment.
Yeah, there's just stuff out here that I'd like him to take away.
All right. Sounds like a plan. I'll bring in Will. And Jeremy, this will be your first spin.
Ooh.
Lands on American Spies. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I know we talked about this, Jeremy. Do you think you can go do you think you get at least like 7 out of 10 on this?
I mean, I'm behind 3. I think I need to go. I just need to go. I mean, at this point, like, he's on a roll. I should spin again, try to get one of the 2 or 3 that are better than this one. If I get it, it's fine, but I think I should go again.
All right,
Right now.
let's go for it.
All righty. This will be your second spin. It lands on DreamWorks.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, multiples there.
Sure is. All right. Jeremy, I'll be reading your questions in the category of DreamWorks animation. Are you prepared for them?
Yeah.
All right, your
Okay.
first question. Amy Poehler voices the main villain's computer in what 2000s DreamWorks film?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Flushed Away, B, B Movie, C, Monsters vs. Aliens, or D, Megamind?
C.
C is correct for 1 point. All right, Jeremy, your second question. What is the only holiday that occurs during the events of Rise of the Guardians?
Easter.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, Jeremy, your third question. In Madagascar, which member of the group successfully makes fire on the beach and accidentally burns down the Statue of Liberty replica?
I watched the other 3 of these, and not this one. Alex.
That is incorrect. Cameron, chance for the 2-point steal.
I believe it's Melman.
That is correct for a 2-point steal.
Because you gotta have him running around screaming about something.
Jeremy, your next question. In Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, Professor Poopy Pants recruits the student Melvin because he lacks the ability to do what?
Forget this is DreamWorks. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, run, B, smile, C, laugh, D, fail tests?
I'll say smile.
That is incorrect. Cameron, chance for the 1-point steal. Your options again are A, run, B, smile, C, laugh, D, fail tests.
Laugh.
Laugh is correct for the 1-point steal. All right, Jeremy, your final question in DreamWorks. What is the name of the bug paradise Z searches for in ants?
Insectopia.
That is correct for 2 points. And the end of Jeremy's round number 2, he gets his score up to 10 with the steals. Cameron is at 11. So we will bring back in the wheel and Joe. And Cameron, this will be your first spin.
That worked out nicely, Cam. Very nice.
I'm impressed Jeremy remembers anything from ants, because how could anyone?
It landed on Spinner's Choice.
I think I probably just take Disney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I should get cute.
You should. You should get as cute as you can.
Great.
Oh, in that case, mixed bag.
Is that on? Oh, no. All right.
It's
Cameron, I'll be reading your questions in the category of Disney animation. Are you prepared for them?
I watched Wish, so let's find out.
Fantastic. Your first question. There are 2 Disney animated movies that take place primarily in the city of Paris, France. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is one. What is the other?
The Aristocats.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who voices Tiana's mother, Eudora, in The Princess and the Frog?
Right? Oprah Winfrey?
That is correct for 2 points.
I was like, I know she's in there.
Your third question. How old is Asha's grandfather Sabino turning the day that she interviews to be the king's apprentice in Wish?
This movie is terrible. 100.
That is correct for 2 points.
You just gotta think what's the most stereotypical answer and say that.
Your third question. I'm sorry, your fourth question. In Bambi, what is Bambi doing when his mother first hears the hunter that eventually shoots her?
Ooh. I'll go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, swimming, B, eating, C, playing in the snow, or D, climbing a tree?
Eating?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, and Cameron, your final question in Disney animation. What kind of animal is Lucky Jack in Home on the Range?
Rabbit.
That is correct for 2 more points. The sweep of Disney animation in the end of Cameron's round number 2. He gets his score up to 20. Jeremy at 10. We have a 10-point game going into round number 3. Here's how round number 3 is going to work. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1, 3. Third.
You went on autopilot for a second there.
Sure did. Round 3.
Yeah.
Great. Your first category you can put points on is James Bond. Well, let's get bets starting with Jeremy
2.
and Cameron.
Did you expect anything other than 0?
Great. All right. Your question in James Bond. If Jeremy hits this, we move on. If not, that is the match. Your question. The Bond girls, Pam Bouvier and Pussy Galore, have what current or former profession in common? My phone made a weird noise. What kind of notification is that? Oh. Great. It's Group Me making a weird noise.
Repeat that for me.
That is
Please.
Jeremy's second repeat. The question again. The Bond girls, Pam Bouvier and Pussy Galore, have what current or former profession in common? I like this one, this question of mine. We'll get answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Cameron, who bet 0.
Spy.
And Jeremy.
Pilot.
Pilot is the correct answer. So Jeremy will hit that. Cameron will miss, but he bet no points. He will stay at 20. Jeremy is up to 12. As we get to the next category, my points on that category is Pixar. Let's get bets, starting with Cameron.
1.
One more time. You froze for a minute, Cameron.
I had 1, but I wrote it as a word, and now it's a 0. But you did hear the discussion.
I heard you say 1, but you were frozen, and that's unfortunate. But I believe that you said 1. And Jeremy.
Yeah, 2.
That's wild.
We do have the discussion on record where I clearly say now is a good time to take a shot. Like,
all right. Your question in Pixar. Which Pixar film features the main villain hurting 2 of his henchmen by crushing them with a large amount of food? Cameron hits this, that's it. If Jeremy misses this, that's it. If they both hit or miss, that's it, because that would include one of the 2 scenarios I just said. But then if, miss and hit, then we could move on. Easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Jeremy.
Is that A Bug's Life?
And Cameron.
or Bug's Life.
And your winner, Cameron Holzmann. Bug's Life was indeed the correct answer. So a bit of a comeback put on by Jeremy, but Cameron closes it out. And that'll bring us to the end of this third match between these two. Jeremy just can't seem to find the footing against Cameron, though he's been doing very well. Like, there's a reason he was higher ranked today. It's because of the recent history he's been having in Fandom, whereas Cameron's been around a long time, so a loss maybe brought him a little lower than it would against Jeremy. But still, being a 10 seed, being in the top 10 seed of a tournament like this kind of puts everyone on an even playing field, as seen today. So let's hear how the players are feeling in the post-match. Jeremy, no luck. I do think there is a world where you can beat Cameron. I don't think that there's just this like unbeatable force in front of you that like when you two play, I'm like, well, Cameron's gonna win again. I do think there is a world where you beat him. I think you got basically opponent's choice today, and he got spare's choice. You took a shot too on DreamWorks. You were rolling up with DreamWorks, and you took a shot, and that just kind of turned the tide. But you were able to make it to round 3, mount a bit of a comeback, but ultimately it ended the same. You said at the beginning, you're fine. You still got a positive record, and that's true based on the recent success you've had. So are you feeling any different than you thought you might be if this were the outcome?
No, I knew I'd have to, one, get a lucky draw of questions. Like, there was a lot of animation in this match, and that heavily favors Cam. But DreamWorks, like the one I took a shot, you said main characters, there's only 4. If I go to multiple, it's 4. I'm like, it's one of the 2 idiots. So I picked the main idiot and not the side idiot. It's fine.
The multiple choice options were the 4 of them. But
of course, yeah. Well, yeah. So, but I don't feel like I really played bad. I just didn't get the stuff that I'm better at, and he got more of the stuff that he's better at. One day, I'll beat another Canadian in this league, but it's not today.
No.
I still want Jack, though. I still want Jack.
I want to second what Jeremy was saying. I don't think he did anything bad necessarily. If anything, maybe I should have just had him, take American Spies, because we literally just had that conversation like 10 minutes prior. But seeing how far he was down with that kind of lead, we've seen what Holzmann can do with even just a 2-point lead or a 1-point lead. He can just wipe people off the face of the planet with that, where he was down by 3, so we needed something that he could be strong in. We took a risk, and it didn't pay off for us. And those, I kind of feel, were slightly harder DreamWorks questions that we've seen as well.
Yeah, who's pulling Insectopia? Get fucked.
You did, yeah. No,
you did pull Insectopia. I didn't even know that one.
No, you pulled a lot of. I shouldn't say you got opponent's choice. I think there was 1 or 2. There were 2 unfortunate steals that happened in the round, but outside of that, I think you made well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeremy, this unfortunately ends your run in the tournament. Is there anyone you're hoping to play post the summer? Is it Jack?
Yeah, it's Jack. I want to play Jack. I've never played him in anything, I don't think, at all. And I think here would be the most fun place to play.
Super fair. Jeremy, we'll see if we can make it happen. Congrats on a match well played, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
cut and paste what I said last time. Go.
Yeah, I feel good. First thing I want to say, Jeremy pulling Insectopia is fucking insane. Like, I put this on the wheel and I had not a clue in the world. Mostly because Ants is just a deeply forgettable and bad movie. And I don't like it. Nothing happens. But no, I feel good. It's like the wheel was very nice to me today. Sometimes the wheel is very cruel to people. But like every time I've played Jeremy, the wheel shines upon me. Like it was really nice to me the first time we played. It was really nice to me in the triple threat. It's really nice to me here. Like I don't know if it's that the wheel loves me or the wheel hates Jeremy. Maybe a little bit of both, but it feels good. Yeah, I feel good about how I played. I'm excited to be coming back after my last match.
Look, Cameron's performance was just solid. I think when you've got a player like Cameron who's got that proper strength, and it's not just one strength because it's like an animation strength. So there's 3 proper strength categories. I think you put yourself in a dangerous position playing against someone like that. But when he's got a good base knowledge around the whole rest of fandom, what makes him such a dangerous player consistently throughout the years, and he's only going to get better, which you don't think someone like Cameron can, and yet here he is, still doing it.
The trick is being a child when a lot of the animated movies in Fandom were released. So you watched them over and over again because you grew up with religious parents and they wouldn't let you watch the adult violent action movies.
Hence why Brosnan's Bond movies are so easy for me to get questions on.
Yeah, I probably won't ever miss a B movie question. But Cameron, you are moving on in the tournament to round number 2. As the number 10 seed, you will be playing either the number 15 seed winner of the first play-in, Antonio Chavez, or the number 2 seed, him. Thoughts, preferences?
Yeah, Antonio is no slouch. Like last year in the second triple threat of last year's tournament, it was me, Antonio, Abel, and like Antonio was winning for most of that match, and then the final question swung it to me and Abel in sudden death and Antonio getting taken down, and it was a very weird swing, and so it'd be interesting to play that one-on-one. Joe likes the James Bond movies, and I am Cameron, who has seen them. I've seen most of them twice, and yet here I am.
I've rewatched most of them again this year.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Get help. They're not good.
Look, I'm going to speak to Cam and his abilities, whether it's against me or whether it's against Antonio. I think it'll be a very close match no matter what. The guy has skills, very talented skills as a trivia player, and no matter who his opponent is, it's going to be a tough match. I'll speak more about my rankings in my promo.
Yeah, I'll echo what Joe said. He will throw the match so I can play Antonio, and we'll have a great time.
Great. I will say, regardless of who it is, there are 0 slouches in this entire tournament. So whoever it may be, I'm looking forward to it. Cameron, congratulations on the win. We'll see you in round number 2. And that'll bring us to the end of this here match. Cameron, moving on to round 2. Lots of exciting stuff happening. Make sure you check out all the tournaments. Thank you to Cameron. Thank you to Jeremy. Thank you to Will and Joe. Thank you to Tim for editing this one. And thank you to all of you for checking out this exciting tournament match. Whole tournament happening. Just started. The whole rest of it's got to happen. So be sure to check it out. And we'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.